Hey everybody, did you miss me? I'm back with another content warning. We talk a little bit about a domestic abuse incident in this episode. We don't get too far into it and the tone doesn't really get dark, but I thought it was just a good idea to let you know. And with that out of the way, enjoy the show. I need a haircut.
Like, so we spent like an hour picking them out of our feet.
Oh, those are so annoying.
I have the Elmer's glue because that's like the best way to get them out. The baby's like, delicious. So,
all right, hold on one second here. All right, to start, just say your name, something about you, could be anything, hobby, job, fucking your favorite color, and then ideally something nice about me, and then we'll go on with the interview.
Okay, my name is Kolleen Carney Hoepfner, and I'm the editor-in-chief of Drunk Monkeys, and I have picked up a pandemic hobby of building dollhouses. You are one of the, Michael Blake is one of the best artists I know, and we're huge fans of him at Drunk Monkeys.
All right, awesome. Well, first of all, is there a dollhouse we can see right now? Because now I'm interested.
Yeah, actually, we can go on a journey. Hold on.
All right.
I'll take you with me.
Is this something from your childhood that you were into, or is this brand new?
No. This is, I actually do have a dollhouse back at my parents' house in Massachusetts from when I was a child. It's a strawberry shortcake dollhouse.
Okay.
And, I got it when I was like 4 or something like that. And it's still there. I was supposed to go in June to get it, but obviously that didn't happen. But this is, I've always wanted to build one. And so I'm in a free group on Facebook, Buy Nothing, which is like a series, like there's probably one local to you too.
Yeah.
And you can do asks. So it's like, ask, like I need a vacuum or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, this is kind of like a long shot, but does anyone have a dollhouse kit? Because I've always wanted to make one. And I'm spending too much time on the internet. And a lady was like, I do have one. My husband was building it for me before we had children, and our oldest is 35, and he never finished it. So she was like, you can have it, like it's fine. And what she didn't tell me is her husband actually passed away in 2016.
Jesus.
And so his daughter friend requested me, and she was like, I want to see you build it because, like, I don't know if my mom told you, but my dad died and never got back to it. And I was like, she didn't tell me that. So I've been working on it.
I feel like there's a kernel of a story there. Probably a horror movie, if you wanted to wrap it into that.
Well, there's a second part to this, but see, as you can see, there are pieces everywhere.
Yes.
And what's hard is he had started it. So I'm basically taking longer because I have to undo everything he did. And then like redo it. So Here's some of the walls. I have some weights on it to, prop down the wallpaper because I'm using adhesive dots instead of glue.
Okay.
I guess they're just better because if you ever want to change it out, you can just rip it out instead of like, it's like real wallpaper. It's annoying. Right. And then I have the flooring. This is the first floor flooring.
Oh, very nice.
Yep. So It's slow going because obviously the baby takes up a lot of my time and there's only 9 mazillion pieces.
So are you like updating her as you go, the daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I did the base and the first floors. Now I'm working on some of the wallpaper and I'm going to do a dry fit so I know which rooms are which for the wallpaper because I have a hard time with spatial reasoning. So looking at it, I'm like, I can't picture what this dollhouse will look like.
Right.
Like I have the original box that came in, but when it comes to the inside, I'm like, what wall is this? I don't fucking, anyway. But then I've become kind of known in the area as the girl who collects Pez dispensers, collects vintage Christmas stuff, and wants to build the dollhouses, right?
Okay.
So this other woman was like, who's the girl who wants to build dollhouses? And my friend was like, that's Kolleen. And she was like, well, I have this dollhouse you can have.
Oh, that
that
one's
her aunt,
that one's like pretty much built though, right?
yeah, but look how creepy it is. Her aunt built it in the 70s
Oh, that's awesome.
based on their Indiana farmhouse. Look at this creepy ass like broken light.
Yeah, the dollhouses are just inherently creepy, no matter how
Yeah.
well done they are. It doesn't matter. They're just creepy.
Well, what's funny is, okay, there. I wanted to originally make a haunted dollhouse, and then I got this main one, and I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. Like, I don't want to make that
First of
haunted
all,
dollhouse.
all dollhouses are haunted, so.
Right. But this one is like legit haunted because it's from Indiana.
Yeah,
Like it's like
I love
based
that.
on their Indiana like farm. And that woman died too. So now I'm just somebody who collects dead people's dollhouses.
Wow. Okay. Well, now you need to get one from someone who's about to die.
Right? I can work my way backwards and then somehow steal one for a baby that's about to be born.
All right. So here's a question. What's the first time you heard a song and felt like a profound connection with it in like a more adult way?
That was the first time I ever heard Can't Find My Way Home by Blind Faith.
Okay. And what was it?
And,
like when, how old were you?
You know what's funny is it was actually not Blind Faith's version of it, but it was whoever had the cover of it in the Benny and Joon movie. Do you remember that movie?
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's great. I don't think it's Blind Faith's version that's in that song. I haven't seen the movie in a really long time, but that was the first time I realized that you could write a song like about somebody else. Like really? You could say like, you are the reason, and there's someone out there who's that you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah. So that pretty much changed how you like could, like songs can do this. Before that, you didn't really know that.
I have a tattoo about that song on my leg.
Really?
Yeah.
It really made an impression on you.
What's that?
It really made an impression on you.
Yeah. See, look, I can show you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And how old did you say you were? Or did you say?
Well, that was the year. What year did Benny and Joon come out?
Let's find out right now.
The other song like that for me is, guess that's why they call it The Blues by Elton John. For the same reason. Like that song's about someone.
Benny and Joon, 1993.
Okay, 93. So I was probably 11.
Okay. Yeah, that's about that, or right around that age where you start thinking like, oh shit, things are deeper than I thought.
Yeah, like you could write a song about a person and then like someone is out there and they're like, that song's about me. Yeah. And it's like,
what's a hobby you had growing up that you no longer have or think about really?
You know, that's a good question. I didn't have a lot of hobbies. I read a lot and I don't really read anymore.
that counts. Terrible. That counts.
But I don't know, like I'm trying to get back to reading. So I used to, you know what it is? I used to be really artistic. Like actually two-dimensional art was my minor.
Okay.
In college, but once I left college, I sort of just dropped off of like drawing, like, you know, like drawing and painting and stuff. Right. So I very rarely do that now, which is actually like something I'd like to get back into, but.
That counts too. There you go.
You got two of them.
Yeah. Do you have a morning ritual? Like, do you do the same things in the same order usually every morning? Yeah.
So I don't go to bed until super late. So I'm just a night owl and we have the baby. So usually Fritz, my husband, gets up with the baby and lets me sleep for like 20 or 30 more minutes.
Okay.
Then I get up and I have a coffee and I
do the drum one every time.
Every time.
Okay.
I didn't have one until like 2 today and I was like, I want to be dead. Like, what is wrong with me? And then I usually post the drunk monkey stuff for the day. And then I kind of hang out with the baby and I don't really get much done until she takes a nap around 2 or 3. She's up late and naps late. She's on our schedule, which is probably not great, but, and then I'm pretty much a stay-at-home mom, except that I do writing tutoring for Antioch University in Los Angeles.
Okay.
But we do quarter semesters, so we're on break right now. But besides like the tutoring thing, I kind of just make sure my 16-year-old son is on track with his schoolwork, especially because it's all from home, so I can access it a little bit better.
Right.
And then I kind of just do stay at home mom housewife stuff, which is really boring. but definitely like I wake up, I sleep a little bit in and then whatever.
Are you a shower in the morning, at night, or is it just willy-nilly?
I have disregard for the water situation in California, and I take a shower in the morning and I take a bath almost every night.
Oh, really? Every freaking night you go vet? Wow.
Almost every night. Not so much now that the baby is older, because sometimes I'm just too tired.
Right.
Like I'm not sitting in a bathtub right now. I'll just go to bed. But yeah, I have like a sort of like, if I can't shower both times, I get really like, I have a lot of weird things about showering. Like, I wouldn't say it's like an obsessive compulsive thing, but it's definitely like a compulsion or whatever.
So the bath at night it's not a soak. It's a straight up cleaning yourself bath, or is it like a relaxation soak?
Oh no, it's like a soak, but I mean, like, yeah, of course I'll spend a few minutes like actually cleaning or whatever. Okay. So usually I'll do like a face routine or something, but.
Okay. And you said that like, you're not OCD, but you have like some kind of on the.
I have weird. I have weird compulsions about showering. Like if I can't shower, I like get like, have you ever gotten so anxious you get like mad and you get snappy at people? Like if I can't shower a second time or bathe, then I'm just like, like, don't talk to me until I can do this. Like, I think a lot of that stems from my parents, because when I was younger, my mom used to like not let us take a shower or anything until on Saturdays and Sundays until we had cleaned the whole house. And it was like, or then she'd be in the bathroom and she'd be like, I'm cleaning it. My parents' bathroom is smaller than this garage. Right. It takes 4 seconds to clean it. Right. I don't know. I think she was just hiding in there. But the thing is like not being able to shower definitely like put some sort of trauma in my head. So now if I can't shower, it's like, we had no hot water once, and I like was like, we're staying in a hotel. So I refuse to stay in this house if I can't shower. So I
was about to ask, is it germ related? But it sounds like it's more emotional than that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty.
I'm not like filthy. I don't do much to get filthy.
Yeah. And you don't have like you're not wary about germs when you're in the outside.
No.
It's just like all based on childhood. I don't know if trauma is too strong a word, but some emotional thing that happened.
I feel like trauma is not too strong a word. I feel like it's definitely some sort of traumatic thing. Oops, sorry.
Okay, no problem. So so you would call it trauma then? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I have a lot of parent issues. So.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever heard someone like not compulsively, but somewhat had the compulsion to shower a lot that wasn't germ based. That's really interesting.
No. No, I mean whatever germs, they're everywhere.
Right.
I'm not worried about them.
Have you ever, and if it's been multiple times, just pick one. Have you ever earnestly thought, I'm about to die? Earnestly, not just like, oh, I'm scared, I might, but literally like, I am going to die.
Yeah, a few times.
All right, pick one to tell us about.
Okay. Do you want it to be lighthearted or do you want it to be deep?
It's literally, I'm open to it all.
Okay, let me just go in.
However the mood takes you.
Okay. I was almost murdered by an ex-boyfriend. So that is definitely a moment where I thought I was going to die.
Okay.
I didn't.
How deep do you want to go? Like, would you give us some details or?
Yeah. We were breaking up. I was 19 and he was 29.
Okay.
So he was older. And we were breaking up. He was a compulsive liar and also very emotionally abusive, and pretty much like took me, who was a completely fine person, and then just like tortured me until I weighed like 80 pounds and tried to kill myself. And
so a great guy.
Great guy. He lives up in Portland now, and I'm just like, go nuts, guys. So we were breaking up, and I don't even remember, like I think I threw something at him or whatever, like a hanger.
Yeah.
Like I was packing stuff. Like not like I didn't throw something at him that would hurt him. Like it was like a clothes hanger or something.
Right.
Yeah. And he ended up strangling me until I almost died. And then left the apartment. And then I ran downstairs to our neighbors. And I was like, and then like over the course of the next couple days, moved the rest of my stuff out. And and that was that. But regretfully, I didn't tell it. Like, as much as I'm not a cop person, I wish I had filed something.
Yeah, right.
But I was also like 19 and super emotionally damaged. So that's a regret. And that's something that has stuck with me. I mean, that was like 20 years ago. And it's still something that's like, but whatever.
After that incident, were you like ever alone with him again, even for a little while? Or?
Yes. You want to hear a crazy story? Okay. So I used to have this Jeep and it used to break down. He owns a bicycle shop, like, and he owned it in Beverly, Mass. And then it was in San Diego for a while. Now they're in Portland. But I had this Jeep and it used to break down, like it would just stop running.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is wrong with my Jeep? And they're like, whatever. And I was driving to a writing group I'm from Massachusetts originally, and I spend a lot of time on the North Shore because I went to Salem State.
Okay.
And so it was like a bunch of us were getting together at, I want to say the Atomic Cafe, I forget what it's called, in Beverly. But I'm not familiar with Beverly, so I was trying to figure out, and this was kind of before like your iPhone maps were like very like ubiquitous or whatever. Mm-hmm. And my Jeep broke down right in front of his cycle shop. And I was like, and then he happened to be coming out, taking out the trash. And I had not seen him since like 2005 or something. And this was like 2010 or 11. Okay. Like this was not that long ago.
Yeah.
Maybe even later than that. But, and he just kind of looked at me and I kind of looked at him and he was like, do you need help? And I was like not in a rude way, like he knew.
Yeah.
Like, this is an issue. And he actually pushed the car from the road into his parking lot. And then he was like, if you need to come in and use the phone, you can. And I was like, no, I'm fine. And then I was like, I'll wait like 10 minutes and it should start up again. And it did. And I got to the thing. But I was just like he had messaged me to make sure, like he was like, did you get to where you were going? Okay. Which like I kind of appreciated, but
right.
he was like, see, I'm not that bad of a guy. And I'm like, you literally tried to kill me.
Yeah. Actually,
like because you pushed my Jeep out of the road doesn't make you a good person. It just makes you like, I don't know, kind in the moment. You're a fundamentally terrible person.
Right.
So I was like, of course. Like, why wouldn't that happen?
The fact that he said that to you makes me think that he did that to prove that he is a good person instead of just naturally wanting to help somebody.
Yeah.
Like, see, yeah. I'm a good guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anything to be opportunistic, like seriously. So.
All right. Well, got 2 more quick questions for you.
Okay. You know what? Before you do that, let me just check my battery.
Have you ever thought you might have superpowers at any point in your life?
No.
Okay.
But I do have a weird thing where I can like mention a Simpsons episode and then later it'll be on.
Have you ever questioned, like, is it me doing that? Because if so, then you have. There you go. This is the answer is yes.
I'm like, I have like that useless psychic power where it's like, I really want to listen to like Ministry right now. And then Ministry comes on the radio and you're like, all right.
I take that power. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. They should make a comic book character, superhero with that.
Pointless girl.
I'd love if it was just about Simpsons episodes though. That's it.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, I love that one where Homer gains weight on unemployment, then it's on at like 6.
What would that costume look like as a superhero?
They would have Simpsons all over it. Like Bart's head.
All right, so last question. This is always my last question to everybody, so far at least. What's a small piece of life advice you can give? Nothing grand, something very small. Like I always say, the small example for me would be like, get yourself a good pair of toenail clippers.
That is a good one.
What's like these little things that might help your life in little tiny ways?
Oh, I have one. Dawn Blue Dish Soap gets every stain out.
Dawn Blue Dish Soap.
This is something you learn when you're a parent because it gets poop out. When like the baby's little and like has like the poop explosions.
Yeah.
But it also works for chocolate. It works for blood. It works for mud. It works for like my son's a skateboarder and he'll come home like covered in blood because he'll fall and like bash something.
Right.
And It works for, you might have to do it a couple times, but it works for buffalo sauce.
Okay.
On stuff. Dawn
awesome.
Blue dish soap. It's like a godsend. You put it on there, scrub it in a little, let it sit for as long as you want, and then.
Oh, hold on one second. I'm being told Dawn wants to sponsor you.
That sounds great.
Okay, good.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll contact you. Okay. All right. Well, look. Thanks for doing this. Do you want people to follow you on?
Yeah.
Okay.
At Kolleen Carney on Twitter.
Okay.
Kolleen B on Instagram. Whatever. Drunk Monkeys Web on Twitter.
Okay.
And Twin Peaks Logcasting. TP Logcasting on Twitter. That's our Drunk Monkeys Twin Peaks podcast.
Okay. Awesome. Well, look. Thanks for doing this with me. This was fun.
You're welcome, Michael. Thank you so much.